What's up, everyone? It's Malaysia. I'm excited. Today we will be talking about relationships, myself, dating, being single, and just being happy and in tune with yourself. So it's Valentine's Day Eve, and basically what I did for the past 2 days, I just kept posting on my stories and asking you guys to DM me questions pertaining to relationships, myself, dating in college, and just my experiences with dating overall. Let's get started. I have some very interesting questions. Number one, this one was like really funny. Do you date older men, 35 and up? I actually have no problem dating older men, but to a certain extent. What you're looking for is different. I'm gonna think of the word that I was looking for like after the video, but I feel like you're looking for different things, and someone who's 35 and above cannot, or you may have the same interests as me, but at this point in my life, I don't feel like we would have anything in common. And that's just me personally. Typically, if someone is 35 and up, they're probably looking for marriage, and I don't want that right now. Or there could be, you know, someone who's 35 and up who's just looking to have a good time, and that's also not where I am right now. But it's just not for me. Like, the age limit is just a little bit off. But I can't say I'll never do it. I mean, you'll never know who you may meet. Me personally, I like dating people who are just a little bit older. I may do like the whole, it just depends on you and what you're looking for. But I will say that I've had older men approach me, and from my experience personally, I just was not interested. I know that me personally, I'm just a person who I like to just live life and see what happens, so I can never say that that will never happen. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. That's a great question. Question number dos. So, are you single or in a relationship? Listen, I am single, okay? I recently became single, but it was my choice to, you know, end the relationship. And to be honest, I'm happy with my decision because I'm just enjoying myself right now. I'm dating myself. I ended the relationship. It was my choice. And I ended it to, you know, focus and work on myself. And originally my plan was to, you know, commit maybe like 3 to 6 months to myself. And I guess you could say I'm still doing that. But one of the things that I always tell myself is that if you do like someone, don't close yourself off to them, because you could be closing yourself off to a blessing. So that's what I'm doing right now. Don't close yourself off. If you're single, enjoy your single time. Be yourself, enjoy your own company. But also at the same time, be open to continuing to meet new people. And even if you don't like them, it's easy said and done. You can just end it. But also, you don't know who you may meet. And that's the thing. When you're having fun and enjoying yourself, that's when the person for you comes around. So definitely enjoy yourself, but also keep an open mind, because you never know what can happen. All right, next question. What are your dating deal breakers? So my dating deal breakers would be lack of honesty, someone with who's very egocentric, and finally I would say someone who lacks sympathy. So in terms of honesty, I feel like honesty is the best policy. It's the best way to establish the tone in a relationship. So if you can't be honest with me about how you feel and where you want this relationship to go or this situation to go, then you just don't really deserve my time, because most likely you're wasting both of our times if you can't be honest with me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. If you can't be honest, don't even come my way, because yeah. Secondly, someone who's very egocentric. So there's a difference between being confident and being egocentric. I feel like being confident is like you're boosting your self-esteem, and you're basically instilling confidence in yourself that you can, you know, achieve whatever you want. And then being egocentric, I feel like that's more so thinking that the world revolves around you. And if you're very egocentric, I feel like it's easy for you to lose lack of awareness of what's going on in the world and other people's lives. Finally, being able to have sympathy. I'm a woman. I'm emotional. I'm an emotional wreck. If I feel a certain way, I will tell you. And I will tell you until you understand it from my point of view. To a certain extent, if you can't put yourself in my shoes, then why are you in a relationship? Like, it's all about being able to be transparent and almost, to a sense, compromise. You want to know how to put yourself in someone else's shoes to understand what they're going through. So if you don't have sympathy for my feelings and ways that I may feel, then I'm just not going to date you or look your way. I feel like it's very important to take into consideration how other people may feel. And it goes for women as well. There are some men who carry their emotions on their sleeve, and it's very important for us to be able to take a step back, acknowledge their emotions, and see what we can do to make them feel comfortable moving forward. So definitely. Any goals for your next relationship? Well, we're not friends anymore, we just established that. But the bruh, he can tell you that right off the top of his head. So the first thing that I would say, or the only thing that I would say, the goal for my next relationship would be to keep God at the center of my next relationship, because that's one thing I lacked in my previous relationships. And now that I look back on it, the one thing that I know could have saved them was having God in tune with my relationship. So yeah, I think it's very important. Like right now I'm single, so the relationship I have with myself, God is at the center of it, and God is directing me. And once I'm ready to, you know, get in another relationship with someone else, I would still want that in my relationship with my future boyfriend. I would want God to be at the center, and I hope that he carries God at the center of his life as well. So definitely, yeah, keeping God centered. Definitely. What is the correct way to approach you and ask you out on a date? Don't. I'm just joking. Okay, so basically just be respectful. Like, I'm very huge on respect and approaching me like a gentleman, and treating me, you know, because I am a woman. I'm a woman of grace and I'm a woman of class. So if you approach me that way, then you will get a positive response. There may be someone who calls after me and it's not very appropriate, so I will keep on walking. But, you know, if someone says, "Excuse me," or "Excuse me, miss," like, I may, you know, turn around and, you know, acknowledge you. But just be respectful, and think of it as like, if your mom is single, how would you want a man to approach her? So yeah, I'm very just big on respect. Interracial dating. So I'm not against it. I've never been in an interracial relationship. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. But what I would say is, because I've always put myself in this situation or in this position, if I were to, you know, date someone of another race, just have fun. I feel like today's day and time, it's not easy to date someone who's of a different race than you. but we're coming to a time where it's becoming a little bit more acceptable each day. So I feel like love always wins. So if you truly love that person, then the opinions, the judgments of others, they're not going to get to you. They're going to get to you. But I feel like the love should definitely overpower that. And if this interracial relationship works for you, then so be it. I'm happy for you. Be happy for yourself. Like, no one else is going to have to go to bed with that person at night except for you. So if you're happy at the end of the day, then go for it. Continue to be in love and set a great example for how those who are against it should act. Continue to love them. Because obviously those who judge you because of your interracial relationship, they lack love themselves. So be a great example and spread love. What if my family does not like my boyfriend? So, if your family does not like your boyfriend, I would honestly say put yourself in their shoes. What are the things that they are saying about your boyfriend that makes them not like your boyfriend? I've been in this situation before where my family did not like my boyfriend, and at the time I could not see why, but deep down I knew that they were right about him. And it was hard for me to understand, and it was hard for me to see. But one thing I wish I would have done at the time was put myself in their shoes, because they saw something that I did not see because I was so in love with this person. At the same time, your family will not always be right about the person that you are dating. So that's why I would say maybe bring in a third party, maybe a friend who have a neutral stance between your boyfriend and your family. Maybe they can be the person to see things from a neutral standpoint, and maybe offer your family some advice and maybe a different way to look at your boyfriend. Or maybe if your boyfriend is actually the problem and your family is right, maybe they can offer you some advice and a different standpoint as to what your family sees and how this person actually may not be, you know, good for you. So I mean, your family, they know you pretty well. They may not know you personally or like how you know yourself, but at the same time, they're very wise. So I would definitely take what they're saying into consideration to a certain extent. So definitely. What would you do if multiple men want you to be their Valentine? Do you accept all offers? Do you disclose with them that someone else already asked? Do you reciprocate the offer even though you already have a Valentine in mind? This is a perfect example of establishing your relationship with people as you meet them. So if you're multi-dating, you tell them when you meet them, like, hey, I'm multi-dating, so this is where I am in my life. If you would like to join, then, you know, hop aboard. I would say, to be honest, if you're feeling them, then go ahead and go out with them all. I know it may sound bad, but multi-dating is normal. I say go out with them all because obviously there was something you saw in them that you liked, and you decided to, you know, exchange numbers with them. So maybe you can go out with one person on actual Valentine's Day. Maybe you can go out with the other people, you know, during the weekend or throughout the week as well. But I feel like as long as everyone knows that you're dating other people, you're multi-dating, then that's great. But yeah, I know, like, personally I'm for multi-dating, but I'm for multi-dating for other people. I know that for me, I can't multi-date because I don't know, it just doesn't work out for me, because either I feel like I can't focus on people the way that they should be focused on, and I end up not liking anyone. So if I do, you know, meet someone and I do like them, then yeah, let that be it. Like, if I give someone my number, like, we're just friends. Like, we're not talking, we're just friends. We're just seeing if we actually like each other, if we're actually compatible. But if one of my friends turn out to be, you know, a catch, then yeah, those other people are staying in the friend zone and that catch is moving up on the ladder. So yeah, but even if that catch does not work out, then it's okay. That's the process of dating. You will eventually just start over, and that's it. That's, you know, that's what dating is. So you try things out. It may work out, it may not, but it's about how you pick yourself up and keep on going. Definitely. All right, so tips for getting out of the friend zone. That's the worst place to be. Have I ever been in the friend zone? I just said it's the worst place to be, but I don't know if I've ever been in the friend zone. To be honest, I've never been in the friend zone, but I am someone who has put someone in the friend zone. And I would say, to be honest, ask that person that you are seeking likeness for, ask them what they're looking for, first of all, because they may not be purposefully putting you in the friend zone. They just may not be looking for anyone at the moment. So just don't get offended. Just see what they're looking for. Another tip I would say, I don't know, just give them hints. Like, take them out on dates. If they try to include other friends, be like, no, just you. Maybe slide like little comments in there, like, I don't know, because I can't even, I can flirt with people, but I've never been in the friend zone, so that's why it's hard for me to offer advice on this. But yeah, just offer like little comments like, oh, that would be great for you and I to do. Or maybe start hinting things that are designated towards relationships. Social media is big. Maybe send like cute tweets or like Instagram posts that you think are funny but are a great way to like spark conversation. And finally, I would just say, be yourself. When I'm interested in someone, I'm mostly interested in who they are with themselves. See, I like someone that's confident. So, I mean, not egocentric, but confident. When you're confident in yourself, that's so sexy to me. When you're confident in yourself. So just be yourself. And when you're yourself, people will like you. But for me personally, if you're yourself and if you're just so confident, that really attracts me. That really, really, really does attract me. So definitely, I would say those three things. Be yourself, give hints, and ask them where they're at in their life. So definitely. What's the right time to have sex when you start dating someone? We're all grown here. We knew that sex would come up. So when to have sex? To be honest, I say that's something you and that person will have to establish on your own timing. Every relationship is different. There are some people who look for relationships solely based on sex, and then there are some people who do look at relationships as something serious. I would say just whenever you feel like it's right, whenever you feel like you actually know the person, you actually want to know the person, because I feel like having sex with someone it's a huge responsibility. So you want to make sure that you know them as a person, and you also want to make sure that you can trust their health. You want to make sure that the person that you're thinking of engaging sex with is very serious about their health. They get regular checkups, and yeah, definitely. So I say just whenever it feels right for you and the person you're dating, but at the same time, be smart while doing it. You do want to be serious about your health, the person's health. I don't think it's anything to joke about. So definitely. Some tips on dating while in college. So tip number 1 is be yourself. Like I said before, I'm so big on like being yourself, because once you have that level of confidence and being comfortable and being yourself, no one can like take anything away from you. No one can add anything to try to change you. Don't take it so seriously. To a certain extent, like obviously if you and that person decide that it's something that you both want to take on seriously and, you know, move into a serious relationship, then obviously be serious about it. But I say don't be so serious, because in college everyone is worried about fitting in when you should really just be yourself. And you'll realize that you're going to evolve and change so many times in school. And I feel like if you're so worried about being molded a certain way in which someone else will like you, you'll never discover who your true self will be. And when you discover who you're supposed to be, you're gonna be so happy. Like, it's really a joy that cannot be explained. So don't take it seriously and just focus on evolving as a person. You can still go on dates and stuff, but you know, just don't take it seriously. I don't know if that makes sense. Just don't take it seriously. Let life happen to you. I honestly think every college student should take a year off and date themselves. I'm very big on getting to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you'll know who you like, and you'll begin to attract people that you like and people that are good for you. So I'm very big on that. Date yourself. Like, there's nothing more satisfying than being in your own company and being comfortable with yourself. Don't be afraid of rejection. And that goes into, you know, being comfortable, being confident in who you are. To be honest, that person may not be looking for a relationship, or that person just may not be interested. And I feel like if you're comfortable in who you are, then you're able to pick yourself back up, sit your shoulders back, and just keep continuing on through life, because at the end of the day, you know what you bring to the table in a relationship. And yes, you may have gotten denied, but no one can take away who you are and what you can bring to a relationship. So definitely that. And finally, I would definitely have to say, like I've emphasized before, keep God first in all of your ventures. If you're dating yourself or if you are dating other people, always keep God first. There's no way in which you can go wrong by keeping God first. If you're keeping God first while you're in a relationship with yourself, He can help you find your purpose and what it is you should be looking for in a relationship. And then if you are in a relationship, keeping God first can honestly help you set the tone and the foundations and your expectations for that relationship. So I definitely think that's key. As I've emphasized before, I'm really big on, you know, keeping God first. So definitely. All right, so that's it for this vlog and this, you know, dating thing. I just want everyone to just have a great and safe Valentine's Day. Most of all, have fun. Even if you don't have a Valentine, just have fun. Enjoy those around you that you do love. I know for me, this past weekend, I did spend the weekend with my friends. They were my Valentines. And then every year, my mom and I, we exchange gifts just to show our love and appreciation for each other. So you don't always have to incorporate a man for Valentine's Day, honey, okay? Like, let's just grab control of our lives and be our own source of happiness. I think that's really important. Holla at me. So, this pajama set, I love it. It's from Victoria's Secret. And I feel like I look great in it, to be honest. Like, if they want to holler at me and give me a job, like, I will definitely, you know, I'd love to be on, you know, their next campaign for pajamas, whether if it's for Christmas or Valentine's Day. I feel like I make this look great. Just to throw that out there. Victoria's Secret. You want to holler at me? I'm 5'8", 150. I may be a little plus size. But your sales may go up if you have, like, you know, a little thicker and curvier girl as a model. So keep that in mind. Follow me on Instagram, Drown in Chocolate. Follow me on Twitter, Drown in Chocolate. There is no E at the end, so it's a lat. Follow me on Snapchat, Malaysia B. And yeah, thank you for watching. Shout out to the bruh. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any other questions or would like further explanations on anything, just let me know. So yeah, thank you.